Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's easy level puzzle. And take that easiness with a grain of salt because it's considered easy by the people on the Logic Masters Germany forum, and there's a lot of smart people there. And today's puzzle is called Nürburgring. Something like that. Nürburgring, I believe is pronounced how it's pronounced. It's German. I'm not very good with my German, so anyways, and it's by a good city. And let's get to the rules instead of the pronunciation. Here are the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row, column, and box. Draw a 1-cell wide loop of orthogonally connected cells. All arrows are on the loop, and all arrows travel in the same direction around the loop. The loop may touch itself diagonally, but not orthogonally. So orthogonally just means that two cells share an edge. So to have a one cell wide loop of orthogonally connected cells, they have to all be connected orthogonally. So this is a valid orthogonal loop. This is not, because these are not orthogonally connected. They're only diagonally connected. The loop may touch itself, so basically if we add back in this one, this is now valid. The loop can touch itself or diagonally, so this is valid also, but it cannot touch itself orthogonally. So for example, if we try to make it this way, this doesn't work because this would be touching itself orthogonally. All arrows are on the loop. So this is an invalid loop because it doesn't have all the arrows on it. And all arrows travel in the same direction around the loop. So they basically point to the same direction around the loop. So this one, I don't even know what that means here. This would not be valid then also because of this direction is not pointing in the same direction as this one, right? Yeah, because this is sort of going just not going with the loop. It's going sort of not even against the loop. So, right, if we included, let's try to include this. So say we included this in the loop, and we didn't have this one. This would not be a valid loop because multiple reasons. Actually, let's just make it here. This would not be a valid loop because this is going in the opposite direction as all the other arrows, right? Even if you try to do something like, I don't even know. That doesn't really work. Yeah, but basically the arrows have to be all pointing in the same direction in the loop, right? And this would not work because it's pointing in the opposite direction. That probably gives you some information about how this loop is going to have to work. Anyways, a digit in a cell with an arrow counts the amount of loop cells it sees in the direction of the arrow, excluding itself. So this only sees one, so therefore it would only see, and also non-loop cells block vision. That's important. Because otherwise this would be 2 if non-loop cells do not block vision. But since non-loop cells block vision, it only sees this one. And remember, it does not include itself on the loop. So therefore, this would be 1 because it sees only this one and does not include itself. And then it's blocked from the other one. This would also be 1 because it sees one cell and then it blocks. This would be 3 because it sees 3 cells. So therefore, this would have to be 3 cells. And this would see 1, so this would be 1. But obviously, this doesn't work because the arrows are pointing in the wrong direction anyways. The loop acts as a German whisper. So a German whisper line means that adjacent digits on the loop differ by 5 or more. So since if this was a 3, this would have to be an 8 or a 9 on the loop to maintain the German whisper rule loop on the loop. So those are German whispers. And that's all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, so we know these two are on the loop because it has to go in the same direction and it has to point in the same direction. This goes on the loop. These two are on the loop, and these two are on the loop. Now, the thing is, for the arrows to be pointing in the same direction, okay, so another thing, this is most 1, 2, or 3, right? This is at most 1, 2, or 3, but it really can't be 3, right? If it continues this way, the arrows are basically blocking each other. Therefore, this has to be 1, and it has to go either this way. It can't go this way, because if it goes this way, that blocks this way from coming in, and they are still in opposition. So it has to go this way. Since it goes this way, it could go up, or it could go this way. So this one actually has to be 3, because it must continue on this way. Because it can't touch could touch itself. Okay, so it could be 2. It can't go down. We know that for certain, because it would be touching itself diagonally if it were. Or sorry, not diagonally. Orthogonally if it were. But, so therefore it must go to here, but it doesn't have to go here. This could touch here and then go here. So that it also has to go here. It goes through one of these. It must go here then. And it could connect this way. That's fine too. It cannot connect here because that would be touching itself orthogonally. So we know this is 2 or 3. This has to be 1. This is 1 through 4. This is 1 through 6. This is 2 or 3. So this is a low, this is a low. Okay, so then on this we know, so you cannot ever have 5 on a German whisper line with normal Sudoku rules. So we know, okay, this is low. Therefore, the next one on it has to be high, because on German whisper lines, you either have a hello, which is 1, 2, 3, or 4, and it has to be next to a high, which is 6, 7, 8, or 9, because 5 away from 1, which is the lowest low, is 6. And 5 away from 9, which is the highest high, is 4. So therefore, you can never have a 5 or another high next to another high. And you can't have a 5 or a low next to another low. Therefore, it always alternates between high and low. Therefore, we know this is high, this is low, this has to be low. Therefore, this is high, and this is low. This has to be low, which makes this is high, which means this is low, which means whichever one of these has to be high, which means this is low, which means this is high. Now, the thing is, anytime you have an alternating loop, you know if it's on the loop, if you get to it, it has to maintain the same set, right? So if say this was continuing on here and went green, it went blue, red, this would have to be blue. Any other way you get to here would be the same way. So say you went, I don't know, around here to here to here to here, I don't know, going around here to here to here. Say it went here. Somehow, some way, it got back here. This would still have to be in the blue because there's no other way for it. Always alternates like a checkerboard, right? And so all of these would be essentially the lows, the blues, and all of these would have to be highs to be next to them. So if they're on the loop, they have to maintain that. And so therefore, this would also have to be low. So this is low, and this has to be high. So this cannot be 6 anymore. This is 1 through 4. This is 6, 7 through 9. So therefore, this is 1 through 4. This is 1 through 4. We know one of these is high, so the rest have to be 1 through 5. So this has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This can't be 1, obviously, because we have 4 highs already in this loop. This can't be 6. Actually, we know this has to go this way. So this sees 2 different numbers, 2 unique numbers. Whichever one that's red here sees 2 unique numbers. So they all of these can't be 6. This sees 2 unique numbers on the German whispered line, so it can't be 6 either. So this has to be 7. This has to be 7, 8, or 9. This is 7, 8, and 9, and one of the 7, 8, or 9s is here. Therefore, this forces this to be 6, which means this is 1. So this cannot be 1, which means this one also extends further. So this has to be 2 at least. So this is blue. This is 1 now, so this can't be 1. This has to be 2, 3, or 4. This can never be on the loop because it would have to be high, and that would be next to another high. So this can never be on the loop. Obviously, the 5 can never be on the loop. So this could go around this way. That's fine. This one either connects to here or it connects here. If it connects here, that means this has to go all the way around, which means this cannot connect to here. So this would have to go around here, at least. And this one would have to go up. Oh, this could be 1 still. It could go that way. If it connects to here, that means this would have to connect all the way around. I guess it could go like that. That's possible. And then it could go here, to here, to here, to here, to here. Or it could go this way, right? This is fine too. If this was 4, say this was 4, it goes all the way here. If this was 4, this would have to be 9, obviously. This would have to connect, can't connect with either of these two, it would have to connect this way. And therefore, this would be 9. So this would be entering in the loop this way. It would have to also be, this would be low, high, and low. It could not connect this way, it would have, because that would be going against this loop. So it would have to go down. This would be 2 and 3. This would have to be 4, so this would be 9. This would have to connect this way and be 9. So this would have to connect out this way because it can't go here because it would have to go back here and touch itself. So how would this connect? It would have to go around this way. And so it cannot be 4. If it extends all the way here, it can't go up because it would connect here and then go anti. The arrows would be pointing against each other. So if we try to go down, this one also has to go down. So this one has to avoid all of that. So I guess it could go something like this. This is possible. But the problem is, where does this go? It can't go back up here. It can't go up here. It cannot loop itself because then that would form 2 loops. So it would have to go out here. But the problem is then this one can't go out that way either. So that's not allowed. So it cannot be 4. It could be 3 or 2 though, potentially. because the 4 forced it to be going down. Can it ever be 1? Maybe. Maybe. This can never be 4. If it goes down to 3. Right? If it tried to be 4, it would have to go there, but then it would have to touch itself. And that's not allowed. So this cannot be 4. That's 2 or 3 also. So we have 1, 2, and 3 here. So the rest is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This obviously can't be 6. This can't be 6. Say we tried to connect this way. That doesn't work, right? Because if we try connecting this way, you have to have a low here. So this would have to be 4. But the problem is, even if you connect this way and connect this way, which doesn't work either, has its own problems, 4 has to be next to a 9 twice, and that's not possible. Because it would either be 9 and 9, which breaks Sudoku, or 9 and 9, which breaks Sudoku. So this can never enter in this way. Even if we tried this way, that doesn't work either, right? So it can't be 4, then 9, then 9. So it can never actually enter in this way. So therefore, it must always enter in this way. So therefore, we know this connects this way. This can't be connected because that would be touching itself diagonally. Or not diagonally, orthogonally. So this is 7, 8, or 9. So this enters in this way. These cannot connect because they are now part of the same. They're already connected this way. So it cannot connect here because then that would form its own loop, and this would have to be a separate loop, which is not allowed because we only have one loop. Therefore, this is not allowed also because it would touch itself. This is not allowed because it would touch itself. This is not allowed because it would touch itself. This cannot go anywhere else, but it has to go down. If it goes this way, where else can this go? It can't go anywhere. So this one also has to go down, which means these can't connect because, again, this is already connected. So this also, yeah, this can't be, and this can't be because they would be touching the loop. Therefore, this one must go down, so we know this is connected this way then. So this is specifically 2, because it goes 2 that way and goes there. So this is 2. This also must go down. But this can't be 4. We have a problem here, I think. Oh, no, this is fine. Right. Therefore, these can't touch each other. Therefore, this must go down here. It could go here. These two are not allowed to be on the loop because that would touch itself orthogonally. This could just connect this way. No, it can't. It has to go all the way around and connect to here. Right? So say we try to go this way, where does this go? We already know this connects this way. So it cannot go anywhere. It cannot actually connect. This has to connect this way somehow. And it's one of those two. If we tried to go this way, so say we went around here. The problem is, how does this connect again to the loop out this way? it can't, because it would be touching itself orthogonally there. So therefore, this is not allowed. So it has to go to one of these two. We don't know which. Therefore, this is not on the loop, because it connects either here to here or it connects here to here. It can and then cannot connect here to here. So this cannot be 1 or 2. This cannot be 1 or 2. This can't be 4, so this must be 3, which makes that 2. This has to be 4, which is next to 9s. So these are both 9s. None of these can be 9s. So this can't be 2 or 3. This can't be 4. This cannot be 4, because if it's 4, it's next to 2 unique numbers on the German whisper line. Therefore, this has to be 1, which means this can't be 1. This can't be 4 for the same reasoning, so this is 2 or 3. We have 2 or 3, 2 or 3. 1 of 7, 8, and 9 is here. We know 4, well, 4 could be here. So this is 7, 8, or 9. This is 7, 8, or 9. This can't be 6, because it's next to a 3. So this is also 7, 8, or 9, which means this can't be 7, 8, or 9. Since this can't be 7, 8, or 9, it cannot be next to one of these, both of these. So therefore, this is not on the line. So therefore, this must be on the line. On the loop. This must be on the loop. So this is 7, 8, or 9. This only sees 2 digits now, so this is 3. Which means it has to be next to 8 and 9. So this is 8 and 9, and this is 7. This can't be 7. This can't be 7. We have 8 and 9, 8 and 9. This can't be 3. This can't be 3. So this is 2, 4, 5. Can't be 2. This is 4, 5. These can't be 9. These can't be 8. So 9 can't be here. 9 can't be... 9 could be there. This has to be at least 7. So this is 7 or 8. This cannot be... it has to be 3. So this is 3. So it sees 3 this way, which means it sees it this way. So this is not on the loop, and this is not on the loop. So this is also 7 and 8, because it sees 2 different unique digits. This has to be 8. This has to be 7, then. This has to be 8 because it's next to a 3. Therefore, this must be 1, because it can't be 4. So this can't be 7 or 8. This can't be 7. This cannot go this way because it's not, there's no number now that fits, that would be on the German whisper line next to 3. So it has to go this way. So this is not on the loop. This cannot be on the loop because it can't enter and exit now. So this has to be 8 or 9. This can't be 7 here. Let's see. If it goes down here, this would be 4, and it would have to be next to 2 unique numbers on the German whisper line, so it cannot go down. So therefore, this has to go this way, and then this way. So this could be 1 or 2. It can never be 4, because that has 2 unique digits next to it. So this is 7, 8, or 9. It can't be 9. Can't be 6, because it would also has to continue and on the loop, and that's 2 unique digits there. So it could be here. It could be here. This is 8 or 9. If it goes this way, it could go down. And then this would be 7, this would be 8, this would be 9. So it could go here, and then here, and then here, then here, then here. This we know has to be 4, 5, or 6. So 6 is one of these two. No, this can't be 9, so therefore this is 8, which forces this to be 9. So this is 5, 6, and 7. This can't be 6. This can't be 5 or 7, so this must be 6, which means this can't be 6. This has to be 1 and 8. This becomes 3, 4, and 5. Let's see. This has to be, let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 9. So this can't be 9 because of this 9. This has to be 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. That's fine. This is 2, 5, 3, and 7. This can't be 5 because of 5, 7 pair. This can't be 7 because of the 5, 7 pair, so this must be 8. Which means this is 1, 2, or 4. These are 2, 4, 5, 8, and 9. Can this ever be high? If this is high on the loop, where is it? What's the next to here, right? It has to go either here and go out this way, or go here and go out this way. So it always would have to be next to this. So this, if this is 7, what could this be to be on the German whisper loop? It can't be anything. It can't be 1 or 2. So this one can never be high. So this can't be high, which means it does have to go this way. So these can't be on the loop. This has to be 2 or 3. This is 1 or 2. This is 2 or 3. It has to connect out this way. So this has to be high, which means it can't be 8. It has to be 7 here. So this is 8. So this has to be 2 then, which forces this to be 1, which makes that 5. This is 4. This is 2. This has to be 4 then. No 4 here. This can't be 2, 5, or 2 or 5 here. So it's 3, 7, 3, 7. This can't be 7 or 8 because the 7 or 8s are now accounted for. This can't be 8 obviously anymore. So this can't be 4. This can't be 4. This can't be 2. So it could continue on this way. This cannot go down because 7 would not be next to a 3 or 5 on the German whisper loop. So it has to go this way, which means this is a low. This is either 1 or 3. It can never, I can't be 3. This has to be 1 because it has to be next to a 7. This could continue either way here. So it could be high and low, or high and low, or high and low. This has to be, one of them is 8. The other one could be many things. So one has to be one of these 3. This can't be 2 anymore. Nine has to be one of these three. 6 also has to be one of those three, interestingly enough. 1 has to be one of these three. 2 has to be one of those three. And 3 has to also be one of those three. These can't be 5. So this is 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. Technically, it could go around here. Probably not, though, but... the 2 has to be here. There's 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 9. No, 4. Can't be 4. This can't be 5. Okay. If there is a low, it has to... If there's a low on row 3, it has to be here, and therefore that would be 4, and this would be 9. So this would be 4, this would be 9, this would be 9. That seems to work okay. Let's clear this. This would be 2, 3, 4, no 5, no 6, or 7. 2, 3, 4, or 7. So these would be lows. These would be highs. Can a high ever be in this situation? So these would be highs, right? Because they're next to the lows. If this is a high, can it ever be next to a low here? No, because the high would be 7, and it would have to be next to a low, which is not 1 or 2, which would be 3 or 4, which is not a difference of 5. So this can never be high, because if it's high, well, I guess it could be high if it goes here, and then that's low. But it can never be high entering in here, right? Because if this is a high going into here, that would be high then low. And there would be 7 to a 3 or 4, which is not allowed on the German whispered line because there's not a difference of 5. Therefore, if it's high, it always has to go this way, which means the low this always has to be on the loop. So this is always low. It is always on the loop. It has to be next to a high then on the loop, which could go this way. This is still valid. So this is high, which means this is 6, 7, or 9. It can't be 6 because it's next to 2 unique numbers on the German whispered lines. Whether it goes this way, that's 2 unique numbers, or this way, it's 2 unique numbers. So this can never be 6. So this has to be 7 or 9. So this is 7 or 9. If it's 7, it can never be 7. If it's 7, it would have to be next to 2 unique numbers. This could not work because it can't be 1, 2, or 3. So it would have to be 7 next to a 4, which doesn't work. If it's a 7 going this way, this cannot be 1 or 2. So it would also have to be 3 or 4. So this cannot be 7. So this has to be 9. Which means this can't be 9 and this can't be 9. So it could go this way. That's fine. Or it could go this way. We don't know. Or it could go enter this way. That's fine too. So this is a low. Cannot be 7, obviously. Can't be 4 because there's 2 unique numbers that it would be next to on a German whispered line, which is not allowed. So it's 2 or 3. This can still go this way. This still can go this way. So this is 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 6, or 7. This is also 3, 4, 6, or 7. One thing, okay, so if it tries to go this way and it goes around this way, so let's say it tries to go this way, this doesn't work. Because the only high here would have to be here, therefore it would be 6 or 7. But the 7 would be next to at least 2 digits which are not low. Which would not be 5 away, sorry. So that would be between 2 and 3 at lowest. And 3 is 4 away from 7, which is not allowed on the German whisper line. So it cannot go all the way there. But it well, okay. What else could it be? It can't be, so it can't be all 3 here. It cannot touch itself, so it would have to go, again, it would have to go something like, it can't touch itself, so it can't go back down here and then go here. So if it goes around, it can't go this way. It can't go here, obviously, because it would be touching itself. If it goes around here, it would have to go around here and then down here. So this would be low. You'd have high, and this would also be high. But that's not allowed because the 6 would have to be one of the highs, because there's 4 highs there now. And the 6 would be between 2 unique numbers on the German whisper line, which is not allowed. So therefore, this must be low. So this has to be low. It has to connect this way. We tried going this way. That doesn't work because of orthogonality touching itself. This doesn't work because you would have a 7 here, and then that would be next to a 2 and 3, which is not allowed. And then we tried going this way, which would be have a 6 be one of these and be touching 2 unique digits on, or adjacent to 2 unique digits on the German whisper line, which is not allowed. So this has to be going this way. So therefore, this is a 4, which makes this a 9. So none of these are allowed to be on the German whisper line, and also this one because there's no way to connect it now. So this is 4 or 9, which makes this a 5 and makes this an 8. 4 is no longer allowed here. 5 is no longer allowed here. 9 can't be one of these two. This can't be 8, therefore this must be 1, and this must be 8. So it could connect this way, that's fine. Could connect this way, that's also fine. So this can't be 1. We already said the 4s can't be there. So where are the 8s? 8 can be one of those two. So this can't be 1 anymore. This is 2 or 3. It could be next to a 7, or it could be next to an 8. Either one seems fine. It could be next to 1. This is what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. So there's no 4 or 9 here. There's no 5 or 9 here. I guess it still could go that way. That's fine. I would not consider this easy. This is a lot of stuff that you need to know about this to be able to figure this out. It's not complex, but it's also not... I would consider this more challenging than easy. But it's not hard, I would say. You just have to figure things out. Let's see. If it went this way... Oh. What happens if we exit this? Well, I guess it... What happens if we go this way? Yeah, that's actually very interesting. Say we went here, then here, then here. If we went that way, this would have to be a 7. This would have to be 1. And then what's this? It can't be 7, 8, or 9. It would have to be 6, but then it has to be next to 2 1s on the German whisper line. And this can't be 1, so it can't go that way. This can't be 1, so it can't go that way. So that's not possible to be a 6, therefore. So it can never go this way. It has to always go this way. It could go here now and then go back here, and that could be a 7. So that would be able to work, but this is never allowed to be on the German whisper line. Could go here, could go here. If it enters this one, it has to be a high, right? Because this is high, low, and high, or high, low, high. Either way, this would have to be a high, which would be a 6, but it would have to be next to 2 unique numbers on the German whisper line, which is not allowed. So this can never be on the loop. It could go this way. That seems fine. It could go this way. That seems a little bit more iffy. It could go something like this, which seems really iffy, but let's see. Let's see. One of these two does have to be a high, just to connect, right? It can't be the other one, though, right? This could be 8, in which case that's 3. Three has to be one of these three. Because there's no other place for 3 in row 8. What is this? This could be... Cannot be 1, 4, 8, or 9. So this could be 2, 3. Can't be 3, though, because we know the 3 has to be one of those 3. Can't be 4. Could be 5. Could be 6 or 7. Cannot be 8 or 9. If it enters down, it could be 2, 8, 3. That seems fine, and then 9. That seems fine. Let's just make sure the arrows are pointing the right direction. Arrow, keep going that way, keep going that way, keep going that way, keep going that way. Yep, that's fine. Okay. We don't have anything else. This is 3, that's fine. This is 1, that's fine. This is 2, that's fine. This is 2, that's fine. Right, so it could be 2, 2, 8, then 3, then 9. And that works. 2, 8, 3, 9. Or it could go down here. Could even go around here, potentially. Oh, this is 5. So this can't be 5 here. So this is 3 or 4, which forces this to be 5. This can't be 5, so this is 3. Okay, well, there you go. This is 3, therefore this is 7. This is 3. This is 3 or 4, so none of these can be 4. And it can't have a 5 anymore, so this can't be 5. Therefore, we have 6, 7, 8, and 9 here. And this is also 6, 7, 8, and 9. But this can't be 7 or 9. And this can't be 7. 4 can no longer be here. So this can't be 4. So this has to be 3 and 4. So 4 has to be one of these two. But yeah. But 4 can never be on the loop here. So you cannot have both of these essentially be 4. Because 4 would have to be next to 2 unique digits on the German whisper line. So one of them is not on the line, and one of them is. And the one that's not on the line has to be 4. Because 4 can never be on the line now, on the loop. Sorry, I keep saying line. Can't be on the loop because it can't be next to 2 unique digits on the loop, and it would have to be next to 2 unique digits on the loop. I guess it actually maybe not. No, because this could be 4. This would have to be 4 and 9 here, but the 9 can't be here. So this fork doesn't work. This 4 doesn't work because it's next to 2 unique digits on the loop if it were on the loop. So therefore the 4 either way is not on the loop. So therefore the other one has to be on the loop, and it has to be a low because of the alternating pattern of the loop. So therefore this has to be a 3-4 pair because it has to be a low. So this is 3 and 4, this is 3 and 4. We can get rid of all the outer stuff, pencil marking. This can't be 3, therefore. This is a 3-4, 3-4 pair. This is a 5-6, 5-6 pair, which forces this to be 9, because there cannot be a 5 or 6 in the rest of the row. So this must be 9, which means none of these can be 9. This can't be 9. This can't be 9. We have a 4-6, 4-6 pair in column 4, so this can't be 4 or 6. This is 2 or 5. This can't be 6, then. And where's the 9? It has to be here. 7 has to be here. So this can't be 7. This is 2, 3, 6, which means this can't be 6. So this is 4. This is 6. Actually, we already had the 4 there. So we should have been able to figure that out much earlier. But, yeah. So this is 9. If it goes this way, it has to be 8, 2. That seems fine. This is 3 or 4. One of these is on the loop. One of them is not. This is 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, but no 5 is allowed because of that. This is 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 also, but no 8. So this can't be 9. This can't be 9. Therefore, this must be a 9. This becomes 1, 2, 5, 6, or 8. So this can't be 8 here. This can't be 5 anymore, therefore this must be a 7, which makes that a 5. These can't be 7 anymore. So one of these two is 6. If it goes this way, it cannot go back down here. It would have to go here, which would mean these two are highs around 2. Which is not possible then, because this would have to be 1, 2, and 8. What does this have to be? This has to be a high, so the only one left is 6, which is not possible. So it cannot go this way. It has to go this way, right? If it goes this way, it has to continue on here, and then you have a 6, 8, 6, 8 surrounding a 2 on the German whisper line, which is not allowed because 2 is not 5 away from 6. So it cannot go this way. It has to go into the 9. And then the question is, can it go down? It potentially could, right? This could go... Oh, this can't go up from here, right? So say this went up from here. This would have to be low, obviously. But then it would have to go to a high, which is not an 8. So this is not allowed. So this can never be on the loop. Because if it goes on the loop, it has to enter exit that way, which is not. So this cannot be on the loop, which means this has to be on the loop. And because this is on the loop, it has to go here. Then it has to go here, right? So then now we know everything else is not on the loop. Therefore, this has to be a low. The only low now possible is 2. This has to be high, which next to a 3 or 4. So therefore, this has to be 8, and this has to be 3, which makes this a 4. This is a 3. And this can't be 2 or 3, so this is 6, which forces this to be 5, which makes that a 6, which makes this a 5. which makes this a 2, which makes that a 5. This can't be 2 or 5. This can't be 8. This is 6. This can't be 2, 5, or 6. This is 7. This can't be 7 here. So where's the 7 in column 2? It has to be here. This is 7. This can't be 7. This is 5. This is 7. This is 1. None of these can be 3. So this is 4, 6, which forces this to be 3 and this to be 4. This can't be 3 or 4. This is 2 or 7. This can't be 7, so this must be 2, which makes this a 7. This can't be 4, so this is 6, which makes that 4. This can't be 2 or 6, so this is 3, which makes that a 2. This can't be 6, so this is an 8. This has to be a 1-6 pair, so that therefore this is 1, and this is 6. And that's a solution. Yeah, I would not consider this easy. There's a lot of things you have to know about this stuff to actually be able to solve it. So I would consider this challenging. Fun puzzle, though. And I hope you had a fun time too watching this. And I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.